Okay, I'm going to have a quick benchtop review and unboxing of my used Tisas 1911 Stingray 9mm. Overall, this is going to be a solid buy at $450 or about $600 new, and I give it a 4.5 stars on my Frugal Score. Alright, so today I'm going to preview this Tisas 1911 in 9mm. Picked this up yesterday for $450 used. Originally it was purchased for $570, and this is 1911 carry B9 BA. So we'll get her opened up here. So it looks like it came with everything it originally shipped with. Came with 2 magazines. These are 9-round magazines, I believe. A little lock, chamber flag, takedown tool, although you really don't need it with the half-sized guide rod. Patch tool, and a bore clean tool, instructions. Anyway, so we'll get this out of the way. So even though this is used, this is barely used. See how much dirt we got in there. Yeah, looks like they oiled it up pretty good. Let's go ahead and... So we got 2 magazines here. Compare that to... This is a 10mm mag. Of course the dimensions are the same, but the way that these are lined are usually a little bit different. The feed ramp's a little different. So this is the 9mm. And if you can see here, the feed ramp is narrower, it appears. Here's a standard 9mm. Goes in there fairly tight. Here it is in a 10mm, although, you know, that may actually work. So here's 9mm snap caps. This is the 10mm mag. Let's see how that works. See if we have any issues. Well, it worked just fine. It locked back. That's interesting. Okay, this is the 9mm mag. See, it's pinched a little bit in here. Seems to work. I'm going to have to try that live fire. Also with the full mag. Alright, anyway, so now comparing this to, this is my 10mm mag, empty, very similar. As a matter of fact, the frame looks like the same color even. Well, that's really close. Actually, probably is the same frame. The 10mm does have this fiber optic and a U-notch in the back. This has white dot sights. I'll probably end up changing that out. I really do like these. Alright, so it's definitely heavier. Okay, these are Series 70, which means there's no fire pin block. So you gotta be careful when you're carrying. They both have the safety catch there. Alright, so the 9mm is 1 pound 11 ounces, and the 10mm is 2 pounds 1 ounces, so that's 6 ounces heavier. Alright, now with ammo, it's 124 grain with 9. I believe that's 9. Yep, that's 9. It's going to weigh 2 pounds 2 ounces. So fully loaded, this weighs only an ounce more than the 10mm. The 10mm is 2 pounds 9 ounces. So it's 8 ounces heavier, almost 9 ounces heavier fully loaded. Then again, you're getting 180 grain bullets versus the 124 grain bullets and a much higher velocity. These rounds will typically run about 1,300 feet a second versus 11 or 12 for the 9mm. Keep in mind that the base of these rounds are basically the same. When you're reloading, actually, they fit in the same holder. Probably can't see that very well, but basically the base is about the same because 9mm is a tapered round, is slightly narrower, but the fronts are different. And of course, here's the full-size round. Anyway, so we're gonna. This is a 9-round 10mm. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. I just don't want to go in there very well. 9. So probably won't be doing that. But in a pinch, you could probably use those. Alright, so for the tear down, just like normal, go and cock it. Make sure it's empty, no mag. Go ahead and release the spring. Since this doesn't have a full-size guide rod, we're just going to go ahead and push that down. Turn that to the left. And then we'll run this back. Push this guy out right here. Comes off. So what do we got here? We've got guide rod, a little bit of oil on that. Slide this guy out. Alright, so like I was saying, this doesn't look like it's been used a whole lot. I'm not sure I would have put a lot of oil there. And it looks like the only place to oil it was right here. There's some on here, which isn't bad. So overall, this is very clean. Maybe it has a box or two of ammo through it. That could be cleaned a little better. Although it's not that bad. We'll go ahead and re-oil it. All this is oiled. Seems to be fine. Get some off of there. I'm going to run a patch through just to be sure. Nice. All right. So there we are. Put the bushing back on. This in here. Let me do this upside down again. Even though these bottoms are the same color as the 10mm, this one's aluminum, 10mm steel. Really want the extra weight in there. Here we go. Alright, so now once that's in there, we slide this back. Push that in. Push this in. Boom. Do a function check. Make sure it doesn't fire that way. Make sure it doesn't fire this way. Good. Okay, so the reset isn't bad. This is the reset here. Right there. And basically no take up. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to check the trigger weight. Pull straight back. 5.1 or 5 pounds 1 ounce. Five ounces. £5 8 ounces. And that may be a false one. Try it again. £5 10 ounces, so between 5.5 and 6 pounds. It's nice and crisp. No creep, really. Small bit of take up. Yep, nice. Alright, on to dry fire. Alright, so we're going to load this up with a laser round. And we're going to weight this with these dummy rounds. These are weighted dummy rounds, snap caps. So here we go. Seems to be fairly accurate. This is about 5 yards. Perfect. Man, these sights are really hard to see. And now for my overview and the Frugal Score. On price to performance, I give it a solid 5 stars. At $450 for a quality and accurate 1911, don't need to say much more. Equivalent 9mm from other vendors cost well over $1,000. For quality overall, I'm at 4.5 stars. Slightly lighter trigger would be nice, but it seems to be fit well and not too much slop. For function, I'm only going to give it 4 stars, mainly because it'd be better suited with fiber sights like they have on their other guns, such as the 10mm. They're available on their website for about $70 plus installation if you have a gunsmith do it. For ease of setup, 4.5 stars. The regular guide rods are a bit more finicky, as they are on most 1911s to reassemble after stripping, but overall about the same as any other 1911. On reliability, about 4.5 stars. Can't be 100% on the reliability until I take it to the range, but eject the dummy rounds out of both the 9 and 10mm magazines just fine. I may need to update though after my trip to the range. Versus alternatives, 4.5 stars again. Good value against the lower tier 1911s, Rock Island, and so on. It's similarly priced, but they have a fiber optic but without the bobtail cut. Overall, would I buy it again? Absolutely. Thanks for watching my video. Be sure to like and subscribe.
Thanks for watching Frugal User. If you found this useful, hit like, subscribe, and check out the next one. See you soon.